Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back with a small perfume slash fragrance haul from TJ Maxx, and I've got my little one here today because she is home from school sick. She has been running a fever for the last couple days, so I wanted to go ahead and get a video filmed, and she really wanted to be in this one, so she's going to be helping me out today. But it's a very small haul. I just picked up 3 perfumes. I love shopping at TJ Maxx for perfumes because you can find some really good deals, especially if you look in the clearance section, and I always check out the clearance section every time I go there, and I've found some really good deals on fragrance. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into this. I'm going to reach over here and get my bag, and I have already opened all of these. I have already tried all of these on my skin, so I have some ideas about kind of longevity, projection, things like that. I have what I would call a very untrained nose. Sorry, I just kicked up a piece of cat hair or something that got in my lips when I pulled that bag up. I have what I would call a very untrained nose. I know what notes I love in perfumes. I know when I'm reading the notes about a perfume, which I'm usually doing if I'm shopping in TJ Maxx and I come across a perfume that I've never smelled before. I typically will get on Fragrantica right at that moment, and I will look up the notes, and if they look like notes that I know that I enjoy, I will go ahead and blind purchase it. So I will tell you right now, I blind purchase 99% of my fragrances because I do not live near stores. I could go into Ulta, but I find the Ulta's testers, because they're kept under the hot lights all the time, the testers don't smell anything like what the actual perfume smells like. So I've just gotten disappointed with that and frustrated, and I usually just end up blind purchasing everything. I purchase a lot online as well, so I typically end up blind purchasing that way. I watch so many fragrance videos that I take recommendations from other fragrance lovers and will purchase that way. But anyways, sorry this is a super long intro. Let's just go ahead and get into the fragrances. So the first one that I picked up is, let's show them the front, baby. This is the Roberto Cavalli Florence. This is an I'm the worst at pronunciations as well. Eau de Perfume. That's what this is. Sorry, it's an EDP. It is not an EDT. I believe I have heard somebody here on YouTube talking about this fragrance, and I did just go ahead and pick it up. This was on... It wasn't on clearance. This was regularly priced at $19.99. So this is what the bottle looks like. It's really beautiful.
It is.
Purple, really beautiful flowers. That's what the cap looks like. This to me, and I wrote down all the notes, so I am going to give you the official notes because, like I said, I have a very untrained nose. But this to me smells a lot like the Jimmy Choo. Jimmy Choo, just the regular Jimmy Choo. Yes, you have pretty nails.
Yeah.
This smells just like Jimmy Choo. Well, not just like, it's in the family of Jimmy Choo. So I would say this is kind of like a fruity patchouli. I would say that's my untrained nose telling you what I get for a sniff. It smells really beautiful on the skin. This is a warm fragrance. Let me tell you what the actual notes are because, like I say, I have an untrained nose.
This is from Mommy's work.
No, it's not from my work.
What?
I have a notebook that I write everything down in, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Show me.
No, it's just a notebook, sweetheart.
Who cares?
Okay, so, Florence is orange blossom, grapefruit, petals, hibiscus seeds, which is a note I have never smelled before, blackcurrant, mandarin, musk, amber, and patchouli. So it is, like I said, kind of a fruity patchouli. I do smell the musk in there.
I can't read that.
I do smell the amber and the patchouli very prominently. The mandarin comes through in the top when you very first spray it, and then it dries down to a very beautiful fruity, kind of ambery, musky perfume. And just like I said before, it does smell very similar to Jimmy Choo. It's a little bit smoother than Jimmy Choo to my nose. Jimmy Choo has a little bit more of like a sharpness to it that I don't get in the Cavalli. So great find. I cannot believe I found this beautiful, and this is a 50 ml bottle, so 1.7 fluid ounces for $20. I just think it's such a great purchase, and I'm gonna love this. This, you could probably get away with wearing this any time of day, any time of year. This will probably be more of like a late summer, early fall
We've got the next
fragrance
thing.
for me. I love it.
This is the next thing.
Okay, so the next perfume I found is the Narciso Rodriguez for her. This is the Eau de Toilette. So this, I have heard a ton about this from just about every fragrance YouTuber that I watch, and because of that, I typically steer clear of fragrances like this because if it's getting so hyped up, it's typically something that I'm going to smell on a lot of people, and I don't like to smell like a lot of people. So it took me a long time to purchase this perfume, but when I saw it on clearance in TJ Maxx for $18,
This is so cute. Isn't this cute?
if you can, if my camera will focus at all, I don't think that it will. There we go. I found this on clearance for $18. It was the Eau de Toilette version, which is the one that everybody says is the best, and because of that, I had to go ahead and grab it. Hey baby, can you not do that? Thank you. So this is the one in the black bottle. This is interesting because when I was reading about this perfume, I did read, oh my gosh, and the hype is real with this one. It is so good. Do you like it? When I was reading about this on Fragrantica, I read that Francis Kurkdjian is actually the perfumer for this fragrance, so I am definitely not surprised. And then when I found it on clearance for $18, I snatched it up because, like I say, everybody raves about this one. Oh my gosh, and the hype is real. This smells, this has a serious sharpness at the very beginning. I don't know if this has rose in it. I will tell you in a second, but I smell almost like a deep rose mixed with something else. It's very floral, but it's a deep floral.
It smells like...
Again, this could be good for any time of day, any time of year. This is a very, I wouldn't say that this is a safe blind buy. I think that people are either going to really like this or they're going to really not like it. Because it does have a sharpness to it. It is more mature smelling. It is more, I can't imagine smelling this on like a teenager. I think that it would be a little bit too mature for maybe a teenager. It smells like a very mature floral fragrance. So this doesn't have a lot of notes listed for it. So it is quite simple. It is quite linear on my skin. It does not change throughout the dry down at all. It smells quite the same as it does when I first spray it on, as it does at the end of the day. The notes in this one are musk, osmanthus, and I absolutely adore osmanthus as a note in fragrance, amber, vanilla, and vetiver. So amber and vanilla will get me every single time. I love any perfume with amber and vanilla in it. This does not have any rose in it, but it has like, it has a deepness to it. It has a little bit of a powdery note to it.
It smells like kind of rose.
It does smell kind of like rose, right?
Yeah.
But it's definitely not rose. It must be the osmanthus and
it does smell like rose.
Oh gosh, and the musk together are making kind of like a rose note to me. But like I say, it's not like a rose, like what you would think a red rose smells like. It smells like a deep rose mixed with, you know, amber and musk. It's clean smelling, but in a mature, clean smelling way.
Yeah, it smells like
It's just so good. This is one that I would highly recommend checking out. I understand why everybody is talking about this fragrance. It's really, really beautiful. I don't know that I like it enough to pick up any of the other fragrances in this line. I think that the Eau de Toilette is perfect for me. This has great staying power, great longevity. I sprayed this on in the evening. I could still smell it when I woke up the next morning. So this is just a beautiful perfume. I'm really happy I picked it up for $18 at TJ Maxx. Okay, and then the last perfume I have to talk about is this one here. This is the Signorina by Salvatore Ferragamo, and this is the Eau de Toilette as well. I will probably just start saying EDT or EDP because seriously, my French pronunciation, even though I took it for 2 years in college, is abysmal. I am the worst when it comes to any kind of pronunciation, but this I picked up on clearance for $22. This one I had never smelled before. I had never heard anybody talk about before. So do you want to show them how pretty this bottle is?
Yes, it's very pretty.
It's very, very pretty. I love the really beautiful grosgrain ribbon on top. I love the cap here, the ball cap is just beautiful. So when I was in store and I was reading on Fragrantica about this, and this is a 100 ml, 3.4 ounces. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. So this is very safe. This is very, it's not anything groundbreaking. It definitely does not smell unique in any way. When I was reading the notes on Fragrantica about this while I was in TJ Maxx, it had something called rice steam or something as a note listed, and I was totally intrigued. So it got pretty good reviews on Fragrantica as well. Most of the criticism came from the fact that it does smell very safe. There's nothing unique about this, but it smells clean. It smells a little bit soapy. Oh, it just smells beautiful. I don't know what the rice steam note is, but I can tell you when you spray this on your skin, you get a fresh kind of burst at first, and then when it dries down, it does start smelling more warm, skin-like, milky, almost like a vanilla note in there, and there might be vanilla in this. I will read you the notes in just a second, but I will tell you the one time that I did wear this, I wore it all day. I went to the grocery store, and immediately in the grocery store, in the produce aisle, I had a gentleman tell me how good I smelled. So I got a compliment on this immediately. And this is a good one. So the notes in this are lychee, grapefruit pulp, which to me, grapefruit pulp is pretty interesting. I don't know that I own another fragrance with grapefruit pulp as a note in it. Rice steam, Illyrial notes. I'm not sure what that means. Again, I'm not super educated when it comes to fragrance. I own a ton of fragrance and I love it, but
I owns a ton of makeup too.
I do. Okay, sorry, back to the notes. And fresh rose. I do get a very fresh, watery rose in it. Milk mousse, that was another note that I was super intrigued by. And cashmerean, which I love those types of notes totally. So this is just, oh, it's just beautiful. It's got a sweetness. It's got a brightness at the top. And like I say, when you spray this on, it's very fresh, a little bit soapy, really beautiful, clean. And then the dry down is very warm, skin-like. What, baby?
Can we show them this?
In just a second.
Okay.
It is very warm, skin-like. You get that cashmerean, you get that milk mousse or the rice steam, whatever is making it milky and almost a vanilla-like note. You get that with this at the in the dry down on the skin. It's really, really beautiful. It is definitely not a linear fragrance. It smells differently when you spray it on as it does when it dries down. It's just really beautiful. I love this. I'm so, so happy I picked this up because this is not something, had I seen it sitting on the shelf and not been a perfume lover, this is something that I would not have picked up just because of how the bottle looks. It does look very safe. It does look very, the bottle is beautiful, but it does look a little bit generic. Yeah, so super happy that I picked that up. So anyways, guys, that is my small fragrance haul from TJ Maxx, one of my favorite places to purchase fragrance.
I'm a close hog.
Yes, she is. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.